All right, we're keeping our eyes on the tropics here for tonight, and Colorado State actually updated their Atlantic hurricane season forecast for the year, and it's not in the direction that we want it going. It looks like they're expecting a more active season, adding 4 more storms to the original total. The original number of storms they were expecting is 16. Now they're going with 20. Now that includes the 5 that we've already seen so far, the last being Edouard. But here's the latest numbers here. This is the updated forecast. As of today, number of storms, 20. Number of hurricanes, 9. That's up 1, I believe, and also up 1 for major hurricanes as well. So again, really the big thing that you need to take away from this is not necessarily the numbers, but the fact that the season is going to be a more active one. And it looks like it's going to be way more active than we typically see. Average number of storms right around 12. So we potentially could be looking at that. And of course, it's going to be more towards the end of the season where we're looking at August, September, October, likely seeing the most activity. But really, regardless of how many storms we're expecting, all it takes is one for you to have a really bad season. And really the important thing is to make sure that you're prepared. Get your supplies, all of that ahead of time instead of rushing out and doing it right before a storm arrives. That way you're already prepared and then you have less for you and your family to worry about. Now, the only area that we're watching right now is this Invest that we're keeping our close eyes on here. This is Invest 98. And you can see that it kind of looks like a disorganized mess now. It's still making its way across Georgia, about to enter into South Carolina. Looks like it's near Augusta, Georgia right now. And it's expected to emerge out over the Atlantic, and depending on how far out into the Atlantic it goes, we could have a chance for it to develop. Hurricane Center bumping up the probabilities for development up to about 50% over 5 days. So we'll keep an eye on it. There is that chance that parts of the East Coast could get some inclement weather out of it, but at this point it doesn't look like it'll be anything significant. Back at home, we've had some storms this afternoon. They were mainly inland due to that westerly wind flow. It was a very light wind flow, so it has allowed the Gulf sea breeze to push well inland. Still some lingering rain here across portions of the area, mainly over into Palm Beach, Martin, and Broward counties, but for the most part, things have started to quieten down. Temperatures a little cooler where we've seen some rain, mid-70s for Moorhaven and Clewiston, low to mid-80s elsewhere. It's going to be a sticky night. Temperatures mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, more heat and humidity tomorrow afternoon. Heat index over 100 degrees with plenty of sunshine. Again, as I mentioned, the winds are relatively light, so that's going to allow the sea breezes to come inland each afternoon. We're expecting showers and storms to mainly be focused over areas east of Highway 29 towards Lake Okeechobee, both tomorrow afternoon and into Thursday afternoon. And it looks like as we get towards the end of the week, kind of the same story, but things will be changing as we head into the weekend with better chances for showers and storms even across coastal areas. 70s to near 80 overnight tonight, highs tomorrow, topping out into the low to mid 90s. And again, with that heat index, it's going to feel like over 100 degrees. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and it's just kind of be the same song and dance here for the rest of the week. Looks like those light winds will allow, again, the sea breezes to both push inland from the Atlantic coast and the Gulf, and that will allow for the biggest chance for storms to be across inland areas. Coastal areas will stay mainly dry. A little better chance for storms near the coast, though, this weekend and into next week.
All right, thank you, Derek. The large